Alright, what's up guys? I hope you're doing well. James here from jamesforsythe.com and doing a quick review on a little book I just finished called Land Investing Step by Step by Scott Holmes. I guess to start off with, kind of a major reason why you should read the book if you're interested in land investing in general is that it seems to give very nuanced info on it, honestly, like every aspect of the process, it seems. For kind of a disclaimer, I mean, I'm not a land investor. I don't do this. I was kind of intrigued by it and found it because I think with investing, you always have to kind of find your edge in something. If you don't have an edge in whatever market or asset class or whatever, whether it be expertise, individual market knowledge, whatever that happens to be, you're kind of out of luck. You need to go and master something in whatever niche realm of investing you want to do in order to really be successful at it. And I started looking into land investing because I work as a surveyor, right? Or at least survey crews and so on, right? And so I figured that's definitely a niche that I would have a edge in, especially being immersed in that kind of, I don't know if I'd say market, but that kind of industry in general. But regardless, here is the cover of the book, at least the one I have. I don't know if he has multiple cover designs, because some books do. But anyways, a little bit about Scott Holmes. So he was a veteran, or is a veteran. He's still alive. And then he, former FBI agent, and it seems like he focuses on land and mobile home parks, right? And so that kind of investing. And from what I've noticed, looking into him a little bit, he seems to have dabbled in other forms of real estate, like I don't know if it was commercial, but like multifamily, that sort of thing. Even though I know there's multifamily, I think, is technically commercial once you get above 5 units or something like that. Regardless, neither here nor there. And so basically, what this book is about is basically flipping land, but doing so in a way that you really have to do to be successful in flipping anything. Is like you have to know you make money when you buy, right? And so finding out ways to buy land basically at an obnoxiously low price and then flipping it at, I don't know, 50 to 80% or so of its market value, and then still being able to make profit, at least double what you paid for it to some respect. This was published on January 26th, 2022, so really recent with respect to kind of books and how they go. So basically, it gives a lot of little insights on various states that I thought was pretty interesting. Quite a few little things with Florida, like miscellaneous Florida due diligence, like scrub jay habitats and that sort of thing, which I think I live in Florida, so it's helpful. But yes, honestly, like even throughout, like it gives so many different steps to the process, not even just the land part, right? Like how to search for it, generate leads, talking about tax lists, different software you could use, setting up websites for it, using land agents. I think it seems very comprehensive. So like email lists, actually conducting the due diligence, the purchasing and the selling, the actual processes and stuff. And what I really liked about it was quite literally like he gives like examples of questions you need to ask and that sort of thing. Those are the types of things you learn by doing something. It's not just like, okay, everyone could study up on the process of how to kind of do something, but like it's the little things like, okay, you need to know. Let's see if I can find an example real quick, because these lists are like, I guess like small things that you wouldn't think about, like making sure it's not like flood zones and like specific zoning things with respect to the county, whatever it happens to be. Not the best example, but like also like looking into, I think one of the best things with what I'm trying to say is like how to like with your email lists and stuff, and trying to kind of segregate your kind of influx of, I guess, leads in a way, and basically how how interested they are, what they've already done, if they've already bought from you, whatever happens to be, just to give kind of quick examples. But that sort of thing. He gives estimated costs, which is helpful. And he also has at the back of the book 11 pages of resources. And it's all sorted into different things like title insurance calculators, looking at flood zones, marketing software, let's see, stuff for research, things for payment collection and accounting, mailers, so like sending out actual mail, visit like whether it be postcards or actual offers, blind offers, whatever, that sort of thing is very helpful. It gives a lot of things of how to automate the process to where, like, whether it be through using a VA, what exactly you can train the VA to do, to me it seems like it's very nuanced information. And there's like quite literally, like, it's just, I mean, pages of bullet points. I think saying step by step is probably like a very accurate title for this book. It's very like, here's one, here's two, and going through it, right? He provides info on scaling, and all those sorts of things, right? So, and it's not that long, right? I think including the resources page, it is 87 pages. So, I mean, he has little notes in here too. I mean, literally, like, seemingly everything, at least to me. Obviously, excluding like very specific information that depends on the state or the county. Obviously, if with it only being that long, they can't do everything with respect to, especially property law in every state, every county. Like, those are, I've started reading some of those intro books, and even with respect to property law, and it's they're a lot bigger than 100 pages, just to say the least. But yeah, I think it was a pretty decent book, to be honest. If you're interested in that sort of thing, I would recommend it. It's definitely something you need to study and actually go through and not just read, right? There's a big difference between reading and studying, in my opinion. So it's something you have to, if you want to get into this, you gotta actually get into it, sort of thing. And that's one thing that he actually says explicitly that he was surprised him, if I remember correctly, if I can find the biography part real quick, was basically like, it's this whole process in the business, it's a business, like you got to do it. You remember, you're flipping stuff, so even if you do like seller financing through all the deals and stuff, it's still like, it's not, yes, it's seller financing could be thought of as passive, but it's still, it's a active business you have to run, right? It's not so much like a set it and forget it in the grand scheme of things, until you build that kind of an actual business system and that sort of thing to have it run on its own, kind of like anything else. But like, it's very, especially up front, it's very hands-on. Like, there's a lot of little things you have to deal with. It's heavily dependent on location. He does give some insights on how to like find markets, so like finding the best market that you want to get into, little things with respect to how closing's different for title, everything, right? At least it seems like that. How to find comps, whatever. But yeah, with that, I think I'm going to leave this here, because again, it's not that big of a book. I'm not going to go and read it for you, especially considering its size. Just kind of wanted to talk about what kind of information is in there, because I think that part's important. And if you're interested, I advise getting it, because I did, obviously, because I was interested in it. But regardless, anyways, I'm going to leave this one here. So I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you on the next one.